there! Welcome and welcome back to The Whole Bucket and Let's Make Journals, the 100% junk edition. We are back to our 100% junk journal, and we're going to just pick up right where we left off. We are on the first half of the center page. Hint of lines color the front edge. So, oh, okay. I think I've made them, oh, wait a minute, the half and half page, leave it. So we're going to turn that. This is the first half of the center page. This right here. So we're going to hint at lines and color the front edge. So I'm going to go back to the same colors we've been using through this whole thing. And I think I'm going to add the red orange to the dark purple today. Because I got the purple here and the red pink right here, I'm going to get a brown that should incorporate the purple. Hey, you know what? I forgot my work light. Okay, that's all I want to do for that. And then we're going to fake some lines. This is, again, oh, this isn't packing paper. This is notebook paper. So I think I should be able to paint lines in, which I like better. I like painted lines better than ink lines. They just look nicer to me. I am over trying to find my separator pages. There they are. So we're going to put one here right now. And do this side first. And I think I'm going to use that T. Oh, no! Gosh, I keep cheating and I don't even understand that I'm cheating. So I used the T last week to make some lines. I don't know where it is. There it is. I used this. That is a 1 centimeter spacer. And I used it when I'm not supposed to be using tools like that. Good grief, girl. I cheat at my own rules. I swear. Completely hopeless. What if I make it wide ruled and go ahead and do it like this? I think I'm going to move down a little and start right there. And let's find the tiny brush. I'm going to try an even tinier brush. I'm just going to assume that I am allowed to, because I did choose watercolors. And you can watercolor without a brush, right? But it's not that easy. Let me get some. I need more water on here, and I know darn well I have a spray bottle full of water. Oh, shoot. This brush is so thin that it's not going to be any good for wetting the paint and mixing the paint. So I have to have that done ahead of time. Let's see what that did. Well, that's not a hint of lines. That's just straight up lines. But I don't hate them. But they are too filled in. I want to go ahead and do something a little more. Okay, well, they're not evenly spaced, but, you know, okay. Well, this is not working quite like I wanted it to. But it is working nonetheless. That is terribly spaced. Okay, let's see if I can actually get this space straight. That might be better. Let's see if that worked. And the bottom side. Is that bad? Oh, look at how nice that is now. Okay, now that I'm almost done, I'm getting the hang of it. But we have the whole other side to go, so that's good. This is definitely more of along the lines of actual lines than hinting of lines. I wish it was more like the other pages, but it's all right. Now I have like strict lines from the lined page or the pen page, and I have almost complete lines on this page, and I have partial lines on the other brushed page. We got all kinds of stuff going on in the line department. I didn't want to move that yet, did I? Uh-oh. I just knocked the top off my paintbrush. Uh-oh. Okay, caught it. Caught it, caught it. Oh, good, I'm at the end. At the end. Put one right there. Let's just end it like that. Let's see how that looks. I love that it's combining the reds and the purples because I combined the red and the purple. I actually just wanted to combine them to get one color, right? But now instead of one color, I got lines of this and lines of that. I'm okay with that. And we're just going to do this for right now. And I think I'm going to do a little less lining. On this top side or inside or what on this side of this page. So I should have thought of something to talk about because this lining takes my concentration and then I have a lot of dead air going on, which is not great. So I'm sorry that I just completely shut down there for a second. I don't have a topic of the day. I'm gonna go outside and do some tree trimming later, I think. Provided I get the help I need from some other people who live in this house. We'll see. We shall see. If I get the big fat no, I'm not doing that today. I'm not sure what I'll do. I wonder if it would be considered spiteful if I went out and did all the trimming anyway and then just left all the shrubbery that I cut in the driveway so people can't get out of the driveway. Would that be spiteful? It might be. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. This is my absolute favorite time of year. I love autumn. Favorite season. I kind of get the idea that it is the most popular season. Don't know if that's true. I suppose you could look that up. That doesn't sound like it would be information too terribly hard to find. But I do hear an awful lot of people talk about how autumn is their favorite season. And they are not alone. I just love the changing colors. I love the dry air because it's so humid in the summer. I hate the humidity so much. I hate it so much. And then the cooler temperatures come because I don't like the heat, but it's not cold yet, so you don't have the opposite problem. Okay, so now here's what I'm going to do down here. This is a little weird. I don't know what purpose this is serving, but I am going to make a box. Why? I don't know why. Why ask why? Just do the thing. Just do the thing. Come on. Why are you not coloring? Color stuff. Color. 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 No. Color. Okay. I don't know why I did that. So it's just a hint at something. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Because even though I don't know why I did it, I like it. Maybe that's the only reason. One thing I don't like is that I didn't purple red the lines up here, which I think was a mistake. Definitely should have been mixing the colors back and forth, but I failed to do so. I failed. Okay, I'm going to cover that. And we're going to move on. And that means I need another cover page. And not a cover page, but a cover page. That's all it takes for me to think it's funny. This is not exciting. Let's make sure that I intended to do this on the other side, though. So, because, I mean, it doesn't matter if I intended or not, I can still do it, but I wonder if I had a better idea or the same idea. Yep, absolutely same idea. So, I will just continue. And this has a whole separate section right here. There's a lot to do in there. It's a little crazy how much there is to do in there. But let's do some color mixing. Purple, red, purple, red, purple, red. I think I'm going to do this just like this time. Yep, I am. I think it's going to go faster than just me going back and forth, trying to measure it out. Whoa, big dot. And I'm kind of liking the pull down bit. Like this right here is the biggest one so far, but I'm kind of liking that. One more. Yeah, that was way faster. I apologize for how slow the other method was. I thought it was much more important to get some accuracy, and I was completely wrong. That was much more fun and much quicker. So, let me get the little box situation going here. Someone else can decide the purpose of this box situation at some other point, as they see fit. put something in it or completely cover it up or what have you. Oh no! That's kind of funny. Okay. What have we? We have that. I am going to add a speck of purpleness over here just because I'm not happy with the inconsistency of mixing the red and purple so that they are both everywhere. That's enough. We don't need a ton of that going on. All right, let's see where we're at. Whoa. Okay, that does not fit. So there we are a bit. The red I have going on does kind of go with the orange, but not enough. So we got a thing going on there. Let's flip it. This goes fabulously though. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Hint of lines, color the front edge. Did that. I am going to do the same thing right here before we do, and I'll do the lines, I guess, before we do the pocket stuff because there's so much in there. So I am mixing some brown water with the green paint. And I went in the wrong green paint. So now it's multiple colors. But I'm going to do this side, edge this side in the green. I don't know why I'm doing them different colors, but they're leaning toward the browns, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think. If this turns out terrible, it is a torn edge. I'll just tear a new torn edge. Just do it again. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. All right. Let's get the separator page. Let's get some lines in here. I'll do it the fast way again because, gosh darn it, why didn't I just do that in the first place? That was so much better. I might add some green to this side since I edged in the green brown. Maybe I do purple and green to get lines for this side. Have it be a little transition bit, right? Yeah, I kind of like that. Yep, it all goes. I mean, I'm just combining the same colors throughout the book. And so it's not like it's going to all of a sudden change into something that doesn't go. It's really hard for me to get that orange included though. So what else can we chat about? I got nothing. I should remember to get chat points. Stuff to talk about when you're drawing lines on paper. Because it doesn't really take a lot of explanation. Okay, I can explain that. Do you know why I keep going over to the edge? You probably saw it. I probably don't need to say it out loud, but I keep picking up too much paint and it ends up being a drop on the end of the brush. So I go over here and you can see some of them, but I go over there and tap that little bead off so it doesn't make a giant puddle. I think I'm going to go into that little tape sort of bit. Ooh, look at that smudge. That's a nice smudge. Hey, I know what I can tell you. If you did not join me in my live show where I talked about this, I discovered something super cool. I discovered that there is a junk journal in the show Only Murders in the Building. Do you watch Only Murders in the Building? Because I love that show. I just love that show. And I didn't notice it the first time I watched through, but there's a new season right now. And I did notice the book in the first season, but I didn't pay attention enough to notice that the book is a junk journal. Was that the first season? Whatever. Second season, third season, I don't remember. Anyway, there's a new season, so I went through and binge watched the previous seasons, and all of a sudden I'm looking up and I go, oh yeah, I remember this part. Wait a minute, that's a junk journal. Caught my attention much more. I don't know why it didn't dawn on me the first time through. I mean, other than what I said, I must not have been paying much attention, because I remember the book and I remember the discovery of the book and what it implied to the story. But I did not recall that it was a junk journal at all. Okay. Hopefully we're done with the boringest parts. That is not what I wanted to do. Sure enough, I got speckles over here because I shut the book when I didn't want to. Okay, now back to this. So we have a card in here. We have a tag thingy jobber in here. We have a paper in there. Seriously, nothing more than a paper, just a placeholder. And we have a card in there. And the pocket needs some work. And these pieces need some work. So let's see what notes I have on here, just in case they give any great inspiration, or at least give us some direction. Paint the pocket more. Yep. Strengthen and decorate the first card. That's this one, for sure. It's just, I mean, it's double layered paper, so it's not totally wimpy, but it definitely needs some stuff. Sand it down and paint the orange card. So we got to do, I already did the sanding around the edges, so we need to do something with this. Finish the center card. That's this piece. Hint lines and edge. I don't know that I'm going to hint lines on this anymore. We might turn this into a whole thing on its own. And tab on the flower card. So we're going to turn this into a tab, or a card, I think, and then put a pull on it. Okay. I can think of all that stuff all on my own. So first, let's get this pocket some fanciness so we can let it dry while we're doing other things. So the first thing that's super easy to do is this white edge, and maybe along this edge right here, because there's a little white peeking out. I'm going to get some of that orange, purple, green, brown. The orange, purple, green, brown, because it can just go right here. and just take this and go like this. Get over here. Get over here. So there's the orange, purple, green, brown, and it's doing its thing perfectly. I think we need a little bit of water on there because I wanted to go into the paper, right? But I didn't want to go so brush shape into the paper. There we go. I will take that same orange, green, purple, brown and go like this because that's got a white edge I'm not happy with. Okay, that's not the same orange, purple, green, brown, but it is the same colors. They just ended up looking different. I don't know what to do with this edge. I can't paint it because it's that acetate and stuff won't stick very well. I don't know what to do with this because it's so bright and I don't want it that way, but it's already the inside of the pocket. So all I could do is line this, but it's already so fat, it's ridiculous. So I don't know what's going to happen right there. We'll see. We shall see. What I do think we can see needs to be done is another bit of purple, green, brown right here because we have a straight up white bit. And then let's do a little test. Can we just, looks like we can. Looks like we can just throw some color in there. It's going to be hard pressed to dry in there. For sure. So I'm going to prop that open when we set this aside to dry. Because this is some ridiculous behavior right here. That should have been done way before. But if you don't have your pieces made ahead of time, you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what you're going to want. So sometimes you're going to do silly things. It's okay. It is perfectly okay to do silly things in your junk journal. Let's see if we can get that to go around the corner a little bit. That might solve all the problems. Ooh, it's bleeding around the corner. Okay. I kind of love that, but watch it not dry forever and ever and ever and just cause problems, and I'll make a big mess. Tear the pocket, wreck the tags that go in it, all of the above. All right, and all right, so I wanted to put a piece here. I wanted to add decoration and or color, but right now we're kind of sitting on a bunch of colors that have already happened. So I think I'm just going to mix a bit more and just do this. We can still add decoration. We can still add more color if we choose to. We can still do all the things that I mentioned that I want. But there, now it has a nice matching base underneath in case we don't want much or don't want anything or what have you. Okay, let's set this aside and we'll work on the other bits. I have scattered all of the tiny bits all over my desktop. Let's pull them in reach rather than scattered. There we go. Okay. All right. We need to work on these pieces, and we're going to start with this one. So I think that we can leave this back just the way it is. We're not going to put lines on it because I'm tired of it, and I think we have another place we still need to put lines. But we do need something on here. So let's grab more stuff. More stuff, more stuff. Lots and lots more stuff. Oh, good grief. The pieces that we have left are starting to get so small that they keep getting buried and lost and stuff. Okay, so let's reboot. Let's reboot the supply pile. Oh, hey! We also have this. We need to tear / cut out. Did I just... I did. Look, I left a piece of it right there. Okay. We're going to tear / cut. Because this goes layered on that other page. Not so close, you won't be able to tear. Silly girl. Silly, silly girl. You gotta leave yourself some room to grab onto if you're gonna tear the paper. Otherwise, it's just so difficult. Yeah, I was not nice to me right here. Okay. Okay. Okay, decent enough. Okay, good. Good. Now this piece. And this piece. Oh, as I already cut both sides. So we're tearing. We're tearing away the things that are not Viney Garden. It's just like sculpting. Just take away the part that's not elephant. Or giraffe. Or naked dude. Or whatever you're sculpting. Okay. So these are stackers that go into that one pocket. Okay. I'll put that over with the book. We'll put that in with all this stuff when that dries. Let's continue our work. So we need something to go on here. We could totally repeat that look, because I think it goes on this background super, super nice. I kind of like that. So let's tear the bottom. And let's tear more of the bottom. Let's tear even more of the bottom, because that's not really doing much for it. And then we can get more of the color in. Ooh. Okay. And tear the top. Kind of loving that. That really goes nice together. Okay, so if we're going to do that, we're going to have to edge this paper first. We're going to have to do it in the red-orange color. And I'm going to have to be more careful than I usually am, because I don't want this making a big fat mess on the writing side or on the art side. Okay, let's get that napkin for blotting. Oh, look at the big mess it made. Wow, that really bled in the back. I am a little shocked at how much that bled into the back. I'm a little shocked. Let's see if we can get it to tone down a little bit and soak into the napkin a little bit. It took a little bit, not much. Hopefully that dries a little lighter than it looks. It probably will. Same thing on this one, except I'm going to add a little bit of that brighter orange that we've used in the past. Just because the yellow orange in here is very yellow orange. So just toning the brown down a bit to reflect the change. This is more of that favorite phenomenon we've discovered, where the watercolor bleeds into the core. So I'm going to put a little extra water in it and let it sit for a little bit so it does that magical trick. Whoops. Okay, that was more than I intended. Let's not get so carried away. Maybe not so carried away. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to let that bleed in for a little bit because it's a fabulous phenomenon, and we will assume that that's going to go on to here still. We might want a word or a flower or a something, but let's not prejudge. So let's move on to this one. This one, I kind of want to go black for the border, the really dark black brown, but I kind of want to go with a bright orange too. And I just, oh gosh, I know me. Remember last week I said, just go with what is you. I'm going to follow my own advice. I'm going to go with the black, brown, orange. The orangey black, brown. Because it's what I would do. It's totally gonna go, and it's just my cup of tea. So it would look really nice if somebody did this exact same thing, only with the bright color. It's just not my style. I like the drama. I like the drama of the dark colors. So there's this game that I play on a tablet. It is hardly even a game. It's, you know, just, it's just a mobile app. But it is room decorating. Mostly rooms. Sometimes they throw in other weird stuff and it's kind of fun. But it's mostly room decorating. And I have found that my style of decorating is not all that popular. More often than me winning things, and I do win. I mean, people who play the game get to vote on each other's stuff, right? So I do win. It's not that I never do, or I do place well. A lot of the time I do okay. But I have discovered that my taste in dark colors is definitely the minority, because the light colors, not only do the light colors win more often than I ever do, than the dark colors ever do, even other people's dark design, right? But sometimes, and more often than it should even be a thing, people will choose all white everything. Like, not even an accent color, just everything is white. Fine if it's a design that somebody wants, fine if you're going for certain aesthetics, all that jazz, right? Nothing against a white palette. It definitely has its place and people love it, rightly so, and that's not my point. My point is that all white beats dark colors almost every time. I don't understand it. Especially, like, I like the all white if it's in an ultra, like when it's done ultra modern, right? But a lot of the designs in this game are rather Victorian or farm or beach, stuff like that. Or those kinds of, those three are really very common, and all white is just not fun. It's just not. It's just boring. And I wouldn't want an all-white cottage for nothing. You couldn't make me. You can't make me. Oh my gosh, look how much that went into the back. It looks like I brushed it, but I swear I didn't. I just ran that brush along the edge. And it's just a mess. Huh, I remember that book, Just a Mess. Mayer Mercer. I guess I don't remember the name of the authors. I think it was Mercer Mayer with the little monsters. And they had one called Just a Mess. It was so cute. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this tea-dyed paper and recover that back, because this one is a little bit prohibitive. It went in so much, it's a little prohibitive. So let's glue this whole darn thing. I used to read to my kids so much. So much. I used to read to my little brother too, and he claims to not remember that and not believe me that I did, but I used to read to my brother all the time. Mostly Dr. Seuss to my brother, because that was my favorite and that's what I had at the time. Dr. Seuss and Mercer Mayer, if I'm remembering that name correctly. I'm going to let that dry for a bit and then we're going to tear it out. Let's move on to the next piece for this. Let's have it be the middle section. The middle section right now is just a piece of paper. That just is not going to cut it. So we could do not that. We could do a piece of tree, which I really should do because I love it very much, but it does not, I don't have trees. I have gardens, but very few tree things going on in here. That is not big enough. And the N is at the bottom. That bothers me. Oh my gosh, too funny. Too funny, but totally serious. The N at the bottom bothers me. Could we do this? The last piece. If the last piece goes in the middle of the journal, that would not be great. What if we saved that piece for a more direct translation and did this on here as a background? I absolutely think we should do that. So I'm going to do a second layer using the bleed through bit of that design. And then we'll have to find some more things to layer on top. It's going to have to go this way. I think that's fairly straight. I don't know if I got it in a great position, but we'll find out in a few minutes, and we'll cover up what's not great if it's not great. Really, I should have let this one dry too, but we can't really continue if I just sit and let everything dry. So, hopefully I won't tear this to pieces. Hopefully it won't come completely undone. It's trying to come undone. We just won't let it. Come on. There we go. Alright. I need to move faster. We are really pushing the time already. Okay, let's edge this puppy quick. Let's do the brown purple because I think that will go with the beige black design. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay. Okay. Let's do that. Good. So we've got some brown, purple, purple, brown, what have you on there. We need some other decoration on the top here. What do we want to do? So we could totally just do a strip across the bottom or a strip across the side of that purple paper, and then we could do where does this go? Oh, this is what we're letting dry. For what? For this. Good grief, girl. Come on. Okay. So we could put this across here, and then we could maybe put some little bits, like a little bit like this, and maybe a little bit like that, and then maybe a word. Maybe the word transitions, because we're transitioning from the middle of the book to the second half of the book. I don't know. That's probably a bit of a stretch, but hey, whatever. We could use transitions. I don't understand why or anything, so I don't know that that's going to be the thing. We could use petals. Look what a mess I've made of petals, putting the wet brown lines on there. Not cool. Okay. So if it's not transitions, it could be petals, and petals could go way over here. That looks dumb. I almost like the word transitions better. Wait a minute. What if? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but there you go. What if we tore this down and put this piece under here? And decorated it on 2 areas. I don't like the idea of 2. It's supposed to be 3. But I do like the way it looks. Let's do it. Because we don't have all day. We gotta move. We gotta move. We're not getting very far because I drew lines. I'm really sorry that I did not pause the video for all of that silly lines thing. Maybe that's a part I could have skipped filming. We're going to put that there. We're going to put a bit up here. All of these little layers, even though they're just little tiny bits of paper, are going to help strengthen this. And I want this yellow one kind of under the green one, right? Or did I want this green side? Too late. I didn't know I had options. I dual flowered on this one. I'm gonna do it like that, so all of the things come through. Or should I do it like this, so the flowers are together and the things come over there? Oh, good grief. Now I'm just being ridiculous. You have to make a decision and then glue stuff, not glue stuff and then decide. Silly, silly girl. Alright, we're just going with that. That might need a thing still. Who knows? But we're going to go ahead and put the petals on the top after we line them in, hopefully, a more straight up version of the green. But I doubt it because, man, it is full of purple. Yeah, it is way full of purple. The green is straight up full of purple. Turn. Thank you. It's glued to my hand. Oh, and I forgot I didn't want to put it there. I wanted to move it down. Gosh darn it. Well, I can offset it a little bit and pull it down, but it still hid a bunch of stuff and left a great big white space. That's not ideal. Okay, so we have this piece waiting to be glued. Let's glue this. Okay, and we have this, and this is what we're going to work on next. We can cut this out. Okay, we have that. And last, we have this one. And I love this picture so much that I don't know that we're going to change a whole lot. So we're going to do a very slanted tag bit at the top. We're going to put some kind of tab pull up here. I think we can maybe just actually just do that. And let's tear it out. And I'm actually going to tear the top too and see if I still like it. Yep, it's fine. Wonder if I want it this way now though. I don't think so. I think I still want it this way. Nope, wait. I think I want it this way. Yep. Okay. To most people that would seem pretty ridiculous. You know why? Because it was. I'm not sure why I think that this has to be the bottom, but I think it has something to do with it has a straighter full length bit to it. And I like the rounded bit at the top better than at the bottom. So there. I think that's all there is to it, really. Now we have a tab. Yay! Now, we absolutely 100% need to edge this puppy. I'm going to try straight up purple, but again, my colors are all so mixed over here that well, okay, I was going to say I'm not sure I can pull that off, but I can mostly because I'm moving next door to the other purple. But the water's dirty, the brush is dirty, the palette's dirty. So no matter what I do, it's not going to be a completely pure purple. But look at that, it's a pretty nice purple. Yeah. And it matches the purple in the picture, so we're good. Come on. Come on, get in that edge. We're right there. Whoops, 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 whoops. Getting carried away, lady. Might as well get carried all the way around then. I want to get carried away, especially at the bottom. I think I'll get carried away even with tone of color. So I'm going to mix some of that black brown in this purple only across the bottom. And we're going to see how this bleeds into the picture because this is more of that bleeding core stuff. Let's set that aside for a minute and pull our journal back. And we're done for today. Let's see what we've accomplished, if anything. If anything at all. Okay, we have accomplished things. That's not fair, but you know what I mean. It just feels like we're taking so long at this puppy. Okay, so first of all, we have this. These two dried, and we get to tuck them into their spot. That and this. And I'm going to put them staggered like that because I like the stuff sticking out. Okay, so that's that page. What a simple, simple, simple page. I wonder if there needs to be more or if this is just good the way it is. We won't really know until the final go through. I think maybe we need a little decoration up here. We might need something of a little color over here somewhere. Something purple right here. Maybe a little cluster. Yeah, okay. All right, what else did we get done? That was already done. That was already done. Oh, no, we did. We made a lot of lines. I mean, let's give credit where credit's due. We made lines today. And we did the front edge of the paper, lines, the front edge of the paper, and a border. Same thing on this side, lines with this framing kind of thing, and lines in the front edge. The pocket. Let's get on to the pocket. Okay, so I failed at one thing I said I was going to do, and that is to prop this open so it could dry properly inside. So it is still damp, but I am surprised at how well it actually dried. Same as in there. That's actually not terrible. Not terrible might not be the results you're going for. This is too wet and I just ripped it, so I have some repair work to do. But let's get some pieces in place so we can kind of see where things are going to end up. Then we're going to have to take it all apart again, let it dry, do some repair work. This one. Oh, this always was a tricky pocket. Okay. That right there. That right there. We got the one down the center that we need to do. That's right. Where is it? Right here. Good grief, Charlie Brown. That is a rough pocket no matter what you do. And then the last one is this one. Oh, and it's still soaking wet. What are you doing? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that was an interesting choice. Oh, there we go. That did not bleed in as much as I wanted it to, but it still looks pretty fabulous where it did. I think the difference is, the reason it didn't as much as I wanted is because it is what? It's not a torn edge as much as the other ones were. It is a torn edge, but I didn't tear away from the paper, so creating that wider layered edge. So it didn't grab the core as much as it did in the other pages. Okay, there we go. That pocket, that's how that's gonna look right there. Do we like that? Yes. Do we like it this way? Not as much. Do we like it better now? I like it better when the flower shows better. I do like it. I might have to do something to this orange. Orange is such a challenge color for me. In any case, all of these things have to come out and they have to dry. And the pocket has to dry, and then I have to fix it. I don't think I showed the damage I did well enough, but right there, I tore a part of the envelope. It's sort of on the inside, so I don't know that I can show it really well, but you can see the tear right here. So I'm going to repair that so that it's got some strength. All right. I will see you next time. Let's wait, let's cross off our successes. Paint the pocket some more. We did that. Strengthen and decorate the first card. We did that. That's this one. Sand down and paint the orange card. We did that. That's this one. Finish the center card, lines and edging. No lines because I decided not to. We decorated, did some edging and strengthened it. Tab on the flower card. Not thrilled with this because this doesn't look like a mountaintop. It looks like mist coloring because of where it's cut off. So I don't like that, but we may fix that later. Did that, and we're on side 2. And we did the lines and edging on the second half of the center page. The first half and half page, leave it. It says, so we can cross out another bit. Pocket page. That's where we're going to pick up next time. Thank you. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment on all of your favorite channels, or any channels that you get any value out of. It's very important. And I will see you next time for more Let's Make Journals 100% Junk Edition.